Cleared of any felony charges after slamming an elderly man to the ground during a traffic stop late last year. You probably remember this. Well, it will cost taxpayers thousands of dollars after he was approved for medical retirement.
News 4's John Hayes has new reaction from the Vietnamese community tonight. And John, it sounds like they feel blindsided by this move.
Yeah, that would be an understatement, Jolene. The state board overseeing police pension and retirement approved Gibson's request this week, meaning he'll get half of his police salary, but the state won't tell us why he applied for it in the first place.
If he's stepping away and wiping his hands and he still want to pursue law enforcement as a career, we wish him the best, but I hope that he knows what he did was wrong.
That was Vietnamese American Heritage Community of Oklahoma President Toon Nguyen in March reacting to former Oklahoma City Police Sergeant Joseph Gibson's resignation, only 4 months after this.
Sit down! No. You sit down! Get on the ground!
An October 2024 traffic stop we've shown you plenty of times, seen by thousands across the country. Gibson slammed 71-year-old Liv Vu to the ground during an argument over a traffic ticket. Heard telling first responders and writing in his report, Vu fell. Criminal charges against Gibson were filed, but Attorney General Gentner Drummond dropped them. Vu is now suing Gibson, the city, and Drummond after suffering broken bones and a brain bleed.
Mr. Gibson broke Mr. Vu is what he did, and he broke that family.
While Oklahoma City police have not shared any information about why Gibson resigned or the outcome of an internal investigation, I learned this week during a Wednesday meeting the state's Police Pension and Retirement System Board approved Gibson's application for disability in the line of duty retirement. The board's executive director told me over email Thursday morning Gibson will get 50% of his final average salary since he served less than 20 years. Public salary records online show last year Gibson made around $91,000, which would leave him at around $45,000 a year. Toon Nguyen traveling when I broke the news over a phone call Thursday after sitting down to talk with me for every big update so far, says it's hard to take in.
It's injustice on Mr. Vu's part because, he's the person, elderly gentleman that actually has 3 types of cancer and now can't seek out treatment for his cancers because of this. He can't really move. He can't even walk anymore.
I filed this open records request for Gibson's application after a draft agenda said it was going to be considered in that month's meeting, but was told again by the board's executive director his file would be confidential according to state statutes. I reached out Thursday to former Attorney General Mike Hunter, one of Gibson's attorneys, for comment, but didn't hear back. He told me this in December.
He's having a hard time. But again, we feel strongly he didn't do anything wrong.
I also reached out to local Fraternal Order of Police President Mark Nelson Thursday, since he's listed as a board member who has publicly supported Gibson. And since the board's executive director told me we'd have to wait until minutes of the meeting were approved to know how each board member voted. No comment.
I just know that it will end up costing a lot for our taxpayers. It's unfortunate. We don't want it to happen, but it had to happen this way.
And it's important to note the board's guidelines say Gibson's benefit eligibility was tied to years of service and whether he could physically or mentally continue to work. I did reach out to the Vu family's attorney for comment as well, but he declined.